Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Masayuki, and welcome to Life in Harmony. For those joining for the first time, I am 60 years old. Each morning, I begin my day with a simple ritual, sipping warm miso soup as the sun rises, then stepping into the garden to greet the persimmon tree that has stood since my childhood. These small habits remind me to give thanks for the foods that not only fill the stomach, but also protect the skin, joints, and spirit. Aging, I believe, is like the turning of the seasons. Just as the autumn leaves surrender their green to brilliant red, so too does the body change its form with time. It is natural, and there is beauty in it, but we can soften its edges with care. Collagen, for example, is the invisible stitching of a kimono. When we are young, the fabric is strong and smooth. After 50, the threads begin to loosen. Wrinkles appear like gentle folds, joints grow stiff, and fatigue comes as an uninvited guest. Yet daily food has the quiet power to call collagen back. Not suddenly, not forcefully, but like a patient friend who never leaves our side. Today, I wish to share with you 6 such plant-based remedies that have lived in our traditions for centuries and are now supported by modern science. Think of them not as cures, but as companions, protecting us from wrinkles, dryness, and fatigue. Before we begin, tell me, where are you watching from today? Our ancestors often reminded us, food is medicine. Today, modern science whispers the same truth, that daily nourishment can slow the fading of youth, without injections, without surgery, only with care, patience, and balance. Next up, 6 anti-aging collagen foods for women over 50, a game changer for wrinkles and fatigue. 1. Peach gum dessert. There is a saying in China that peach trees weep crystal tears in spring. These golden droplets, hardened from the sap of the tree, are called peach gum, sometimes lovingly referred to as the tears of the peach blossom. I still remember my first encounter with it. I was traveling in China many years ago, when a kind elder offered me a bowl of dessert soup. Inside floated delicate, translucent jewels, glistening like amber in the light. I assumed they were some rare fruit, but she smiled and explained, "This is peach gum, it comes from the tree itself." I was astonished that something so beautiful, once hardened on bark, could be softened back into food. Traditionally, peach gum is simmered slowly with snow fungus and slices of pear, creating a sweet, cooling tonic. In Chinese households, it is seen as both beauty ritual and nourishment, restoring plumpness to the skin, easing dryness, and replenishing energy after long days. To eat it is not only to refresh the body, but also to honor renewal itself. Just as trees renew each spring, modern research has found that peach gum contains natural polysaccharides, which help the skin retain moisture. Its gel-like consistency is sometimes compared to plant collagen, giving the face a subtle softness when enjoyed regularly. For women over 50, this means a quiet ally against fine lines and fatigue. These days, peach gum can be found in many Asian markets or ordered online. It usually comes in small, amber-colored chunks that must be soaked overnight before cooking. When choosing, look for pieces that are clear and free of impurities. But a word of caution, peach gum is cooling in nature, according to traditional medicine, so those with very weak digestion should enjoy it in moderation. A small bowl a few times a week is enough. Peach gum reminds us that beauty is not always found in the grand places. It can drip quietly from a tree, waiting to be softened with patience, to nourish both body and spirit. 2. Tremella mushroom, snow fungus. In old Chinese texts, tremella mushroom is praised as the mushroom of beauty. Its delicate, cloud-like form, white, soft, and almost translucent, was once reserved for empresses and noblewomen, treasured for the way it nourished the skin and preserved youthful radiance. I first tasted snow fungus in a quiet tea house in Nanjing. The soup was light and faintly sweet, with a texture unlike anything else, slippery, tender, almost like biting into dew. My host told me, "This is our secret for keeping the face plump, even when the years pass." I smiled then, But as I entered my 60s, I began to understand the wisdom in her words. Modern science has revealed what ancient women knew instinctively. Tremella is rich in natural polysaccharides that act much like plant-based hyaluronic acid, drawing moisture into the skin and holding it there. Where dryness and fine lines begin to appear after 50, snow fungus quietly restores hydration from within, softening the face and easing fatigue. It is often simmered with red dates, goji berries, or pears, creating a dessert soup that soothes both body and mind before rest. In Japan, I sometimes prepare it with a touch of rock sugar, serving it warm in the evening. The gentle sweetness relaxes the heart, while the gel-like texture comforts the stomach. For me, it feels like a lullaby in food form. Today, Tremella mushroom can be found dried in most Asian grocery stores, often sold in small, compact clusters. Before cooking, it must be soaked in water for about an hour, where it blooms into a large, frilly white cloud. A little goes a long way. As for caution, snow fungus is generally safe, but because of its cooling nature, those with very cold bodies or weak digestion should avoid eating it too frequently. Also, store-bought versions must be rinsed carefully, as their delicate folds can sometimes hold dust. In each bowl, Tremella reminds us that beauty is not only about appearance, but also about softness, keeping the skin hydrated, the body light, and the spirit calm, like resting under a gentle snowfall. 3. Tart Cherry and Acerola. Some remedies whisper through their sweetness, but Tart Cherry and Acerola announce themselves with brightness. Their flavor is sharp, almost startling, like morning light spilling through shoji screens. One sip or bite wakes the body, clears the mind, and stirs the blood into motion. Both fruits are small, jewel-like, and rich in vitamin C, the very nutrient the body requires to weave new collagen. Without enough of it, collagen strands weaken, leaving the skin less firm and the joints more fragile. Where peach gum and tremella hydrate, tart cherry and acerola repair. They mend the frayed fabric of age, calming redness in the skin, while strengthening the vessels beneath it. Improved circulation brings warmth to cold hands and brightness to a dull complexion. I first encountered acerola in Brazil, where the locals plucked them straight from the branch, their fingers stained red. I called it a fruit for long life. Tart cherry, on the other hand, became part of my evenings when I learned of its ability to improve sleep quality by supporting melatonin. Together, they form a perfect circle. Acerola in the morning to energize, tart cherry at night to restore. In my own kitchen, I often blend acerola powder into a morning glass of water, its vivid color reminding me that health begins with small, simple acts. Tart cherry juice, unsweetened, becomes an evening ritual, a splash in warm water or taken straight in a small cup, as if it were medicine. The sourness may surprise at first, but the body soon begins to crave its cleansing sharpness. Today, acerola powder is widely available in health food shops and online, while tart cherry juice can be found bottled in natural grocers or concentrated as extracts. Always seek versions without added sugar, as sweetness blunts their healing clarity. As for caution, acerola is potent, and too much vitamin C can sometimes upset the stomach. Tart cherry, being naturally rich in sorbitol, may loosen digestion if overused. But in balance, these fruits are gentle allies, nature's vivid paints, coloring the day with resilience, circulation, and quiet renewal. 4. Pumpkin seed butter. In autumn, villages once roasted pumpkin seeds over open fires, their warm, nutty aroma drifting through festival nights. Children cracked them open with laughter, and elders reminded everyone. These small seeds carry big strength. Today, the tradition has shifted. Instead of cracking shells one by one, we now enjoy pumpkin seeds transformed into a smooth, velvety butter, easy to spread, stir, or savor as daily nourishment. What makes pumpkin seed butter remarkable is not only its taste, but also its hidden wealth of minerals. Zinc, magnesium, and vitamin E, quiet guardians of skin and connective tissue, live abundantly within each spoonful. Zinc helps the body knit collagen fibers together, ensuring that the skin heals and renews gracefully. Magnesium calms inflammation and stress, supporting restful sleep when the body restores itself. Vitamin E, with its gentle antioxidant touch, shields cells from damage, like an unseen umbrella protecting against the storms of age. I first tasted pumpkin seed butter in Austria, where it was stirred into porridge on a frosty morning. Its deep, nutty flavor grounded me, reminding me of the earth itself. Later, I began to use it in Japan, spread thinly on toast, whisked into miso dressings, or simply enjoyed by the spoon. Unlike peanut butter, it carries a more subtle richness, less sweet, more earthy, as if it whispers rather than shouts. Modern science confirms what tradition suggested. Pumpkin seeds may support prostate health, balance hormones, and even ease mild anxiety thanks to their tryptophan content. Yet for those of us concerned with collagen, it is their zinc that truly shines. Skin without zinc becomes fragile, like silk worn thin. With it, the weave remains strong. Pumpkin seed butter can now be found in natural food stores and online, often labeled pepita butter. When buying, seek versions without added sugar or hydrogenated oils, as these dilute its quiet power. As for caution, pumpkin seed butter is dense in calories, so a little goes a long way. Those with nut or seed sensitivities should introduce it carefully. Each spoonful feels like an offering from autumn nourishment once tied to festivals, now folded gently into the rhythms of everyday life. 5. Goji berry congee. On quiet mornings in my childhood, my grandmother would place a steaming bowl of congee warm rice porridge before me. Sometimes plain, sometimes with a swirl of miso, but on special days, she added a handful of small, ruby-red berries. Their color looked almost too bright for such a humble dish. These were goji berries, treasured in Chinese and Japanese households for centuries. Goji berries carry a reputation as guardians of vitality. In traditional texts, they are called the brightening fruit, said to sharpen the eyes and strengthen the blood. Today, we know that their deep red skin is rich in antioxidants, vitamin C, and carotenoids, compounds that shield collagen from the silent wear of sun exposure and daily stress. Just as a parasol protects the skin from harsh summer light, goji's antioxidants soften the invisible damage that accelerates wrinkles and dryness. When cooked into congee, goji berries plump and soften, releasing a gentle sweetness into the rice. Each spoonful feels restorative, both simple and profound. It is a dish where grandmother's wisdom and modern science meet, nourishing not only the stomach, but also the skin, joints, and spirit. In modern times, I often recommend goji berry congee as a soothing breakfast or evening meal. It digests easily, offers warmth to the body, and provides steady energy without strain. For women over 50, this gentleness is precious food that heals without burdening digestion. Where to buy? Goji berries are now widely available. You will find them dried in Asian markets, herbal shops, or online health stores. When possible, choose organic varieties, as berries can sometimes be treated with sulfur dioxide to preserve color. A quick rinse and soak before cooking brings them back to life. While safe for most, goji berries can interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners such as warfarin. Those with pollen allergies may also experience mild reactions. Moderation is best. Just a handful simmered into congee is enough to awaken their benefits. In every bowl of goji berry congee lies a reminder. Food is not only to fill the stomach, but also to weave protection, like a red thread strengthening the fabric of our years. 6. Rehmannia root. In the quiet corners of traditional East Asian medicine, few herbs are held with as much reverence as Rehmannia root. Dark, earthy, and slightly sweet when simmered, it has been used for centuries as a tonic for longevity. Healers once described it as a way to replenish the hidden reservoirs of the body, the deep well of energy that often runs dry with age, stress, and overwork. For women over 50, this idea resonates deeply. Fatigue that lingers despite rest, sleep that feels light and broken, a sense that the body's reserves are thinning. These are familiar companions of midlife. Rehmannia root is said to gently calm fatigue, deepen rest, and restore vitality, not in a sudden burst, but steadily, like a stream refilling a quiet pond. Modern studies suggest that Rehmannia may support adrenal function, blood circulation, and bone strength. By nourishing these deeper systems, it indirectly helps protect collagen, ensuring that the skin retains its elasticity and the joints their flexibility. In this way, Rehmannia does not just work on the surface, but strengthens the roots from which visible health grows. Traditionally, it is enjoyed in two main forms: simmered slowly into herbal broths alongside jujube dates and ginger, or steeped as a dark, grounding tea. Its flavor is rich and slightly bitter, balanced by sweetness when paired with other herbs or mild foods. I often describe it as a food that teaches the body to rest more deeply, allowing natural repair to unfold overnight. Rehmannia root can be found in Asian herbal shops, traditional medicine pharmacies, or online apothecaries specializing in Chinese herbs. Look for prepared Rehmannia, often called shu di huang, which has been steamed and is gentler on digestion compared to the raw form. This is a powerful herb and should be used with respect. Those with sensitive digestion may find it heavy, and people with certain medical conditions, such as liver concerns, or those on prescribed medication, should consult a practitioner before use. Small, occasional servings are best for home use, woven into soups or teas rather than taken daily in large amounts. Rehmannia reminds us that true beauty and resilience are not only skin deep, they rest upon the quiet strength of the body's deepest reserves. Aging after 50 is as natural as the turning of seasons. Yet decline is not the only story. With the quiet help of these 6 foods, the skin can remember its elasticity, the joints, their strength, and the body, its calm rhythm. They are more than nutrients. They are small acts of self-respect, woven into daily rituals of care. We cannot erase the years, but we can soften their touch. Aging is not an enemy. It is an invitation to live more gently, with harmony. If this resonates, please share, subscribe, and continue this journey with us at Life in Harmony.